let's continue. Yeah, the poets. We had to do the poets event. 14 years of age, adolescence. Let's see. We met Thomas, Sophia was saved, that's back. School began. Nathan admonition, yeah. Grandfather demise. Yeah. Yeah, the big news is that grandfather died. That's really that. That's the big news, right? Muramatsu. Okay. Let's move on then. The poets. This is an event. We are 14. And there was the process. Yeah, we had to deal with the process. It was full of events, really. The province, the house of Brante, the family, the relations, the personality, the destiny. Okay. Yes. Ah, yes, it's filth contained underground in a stone box. Well, I'm sure you pay a visit to him from time to time. Now I can continue to follow you from my cell phone with headphones on. I need to turn off the PC. Sure. Yes. We are gonna read for an hour, basically. This is the game. So, today you and Thomas are to explore the streets of the castle district. You delve deep into the district, right to the old siege walls of Anisot. The city needs these walls no longer. There are no more enemies left for the Empire to fight, since the twins descended and chose the Tempest dynasty to rule the Empire. It has spread one sea to sea, bringing its rule and peace for many generations. The two of you gaze in awe at the old charcoal black marks on the former fortress wall. They say magic wielders. Oh, the magic! We encountered also the magic for the first time. Brian. They say magic wielders during Charmilanida's rebellion could conjure gusts of fire with their own ends. The rebellious duke fought against the emperor and the Church of the Twin Gods in the days of yore, but nothing remains of his rebellion now save for scorched ruins and parched land throughout Magra. So Charmilanidas was a magician. He has magic. He could manage magic, I guess. And he was a rebellious duke that fought against the emperor and the Church of the Twin Gods. Okay. Oh, I can put back the bot, I guess? No. But, I don't know though. You and your friends study the old walls and daydream about the battles that took place here during the rebellion. But then you hear a muffled voice coming from somewhere below the ground. You look around and find a hole in the brickwork where the sounds are coming from. Naturally, you take a peek. Don't you? You and your friends study the old walls and daydream about battles. Okay. You see a half-ruined hall built below the ground and a handful of young men and women standing there in the dark. They look a little bit older than you and are wearing plain shirts and dresses. A young man is standing on a piece of crumbled wall, reciting some of his poetry. It has the story of a nobleman who fell into a puddle thanks to his gaudy cloak, and none of his noble bearings was of any help. Oh, he ends it with a farcical bow. You hear applause and laughter. Oh. He gets down from the crumbled wall and the young girl takes his place. You cannot see her face in the darkness, but hers is a voice you could recognize anywhere. There it is. It's Gloria. Your sister begins to recite a poem she has written. Fucking Gloria, man. Nay, Gloria, yours is no proper life. You are to be a mother and a wife. Accept a kitchen apron for a gag, and lo, another voice now takes a crack. You're straying from your lot, You got some nerve. Eyes down and be obedient and serve. Your husband, children, house, they are your absolute. Nay, Gloria, you are but rotten fruit. You lean down to hear better, but sand and stones fall from under your feet and into the underground hall. Gloria looks up and meets your gaze. Tomas pulls you away from the hole. Let me look in. Okay. So they are reading poems. Imagine that. They sure ain't nobles. And even Gloria, I never thought your sister could do that. But they're sure gonna get in trouble if they get spotted by an adult. Bad-mouthing a noble will get you flogged into next week. Not to mention all the trouble you can get into for writing poems if you're a commoner. You'd better tell your sister to lay off. We'd better stay away from them too. Freaking Gloria, man. There she is. Oh, Goose on the go. But he's always on the go. But welcome, Goose. You nod. Being around these people puts Gloria in great danger. But you know your sister. It will not be easy to tell her this. Your adventure in the castle district is done for tonight. You and your friend return home. During dinner, Gloria will not look at you. Her hair is all disheveled. Disheveled? Or disheveled? Is she afraid? Or is she ashamed? You are also worried sick. These literary gatherings may spell danger for your sister, but for an illegitimate child like her, there are so few ways to forge your own path. Dinner is over. Soon you and Gloria are alone at the table. What are you going to tell her? What are you going to tell her? I mean, if she knows what she's doing, do what you want. Well, I'm not gonna convince her. I don't convince women. I'm not gonna. They gotta do their own things. Okay? They don't want no man around anymore. Then you do your thing. Okay? Cause let me tell you something you already know. Life ain't no sunshine and rainbows, my woman, my lady, as you live now. Okay? The world is a mean and nasty place. Okay? Wanna leave it alone? I'll leave you alone. I'm keeping Gloria's secret. You promised to keep your sister's secret safe and help her. That's what I'll do. Gloria finally looks at you. You wink at your sister and promise to keep her secret. You praise the poetry you were able to overhear and confess that you were impressed. A big, joyous smile appears on her face. I'm so happy, brother. I thought you were about to tell me to stop going there and say what mother say about my lot. But I'm glad you're not like that. Me and my friends, without our poetry, we don't have anything else left. Nothing but our abysmal daily lives. At least we can laugh about it this way. Sure, I agree. Bad vibes for the win. You get serious and tell her that her friends need to work much harder to hide their meetings. After all, this secret passion could end badly for them if they get caught. The best way out of this is to meet in a new place every time. You list off several abandoned places nearby where nobody will look for them. You promise her that if she ever comes close to danger, you'll be there to protect her. Let's see, let's see if I'm better than Muramatsu at defending and protecting. Gloria nods and plants a kiss of sisterly joy on your cheek. There we go, +5. It's fine. Ingenuity +1, sure. Trusting a woman. Very, very ingenuity. Enterprising, okay. Gloria's secret. Event has happened. Okay. You discovered the secret society your sister Gloria has joined. There we go. Better than me? Of course you can. I have faith in you. Thank you, Muramatsu. You're my little Nathan, man. The fugitive girl. Ooh, there's something new in here. It's Gloria. Oh yeah, Gloria's secret, I see. Nathan's admonition. In chapter 1, we just had one event. In this one, we had 2. That's nice. Who knows the other one? Grandfather's passing and last respects have left a mark on the entire family. By the way, I repeat, this game is like €1 on instant gaming, and I think Edith Finch is still on sale as well. Like €5 on instant gaming as well. And let's see who's on the go. He's always on the go. He's not gonna answer in time. He's always on the go. Grandfather's passing and last respects have left a mark on the entire family. His words relayed from the hereafter keep echoing in your mind. You still do your best to avoid the memory of grandfather's last night and spend more time on the city streets with Thomas and your other classmates. The road by the house reminds you of another clash with that. Sometimes as you walk along the road, you recall Sophia. Freaking Sophia, man. Freaking Sophia. I'm lurking around. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, Goose. You're always on the go. It's in the name. Sometimes as you walk along the road, you recall Sophia, man. We died for Sophia. The beautiful girl with the wonderful eyes and the terrifying, thundering hooves. You have not seen Sophia since that fateful day. The children who live nearby say her parents sent her to a rich Arknian family, the Ottons, as a servant. I see. I practiced Italian very early this morning in Europe for you, Tasto, and I thought you would have been proud. Oh, I am proud. Goes on the go. People really kept trying to get me to pronounce "yi" correctly. I don't think I ever did. That's normal. That's a sound you don't have in English. Yi. There it is. It's not Spanish. Spanish "yi". It's "yi". I can do it. Don't worry, I'm proud, Goose on the go. I'm proud you're learning Italian. Nobody ever learns Italian. I don't know why. They all go for the freaking Spanish, freaking French, stupid languages, man. Okay. The sun has set. The pillar shines palely in the dark sky. Tomas is ill, so you decide to visit him and tell him the latest news. The streets seem oddly agitated tonight, full of horses, cloaked men, strange faces, and hushed voices. A young nobleman in a heavy embroidered cloak is walking back and forth, clutching at his sword, nervously. There's a grimace of rage on his delicate blue face. He's an Arknian. Blueface is an Arknian. There's no such thing as a stupid language? Have you ever tried Portuguese? Slate? There it is. You overhear voices. Sir Otton, the girl's not at home. We searched the house. Her parents swear that she ran away from home too. They claim they wanted to bring her back. Dorius Otton. Just do whatever it takes. Turns this loathsome district upside down if you must. But bring my servant back to me. She's here. Sophia ran away from an Arknian? How can this be? There is only one place on the entire street where a person could hide. The abandoned Morrow House, 4 houses away from yours. You head there, doing your best not to attract attention. Not yet? Yeah, try that and then we'll talk about it. The lopsided house built of yellow bricks has been abandoned for 20 years or so. You remember playing there as a boy. You glimpse a figure inside even before you enter. A pair of eyes glimmer in the dark. You will recognize them even after another 4 years. Sophia has grown up. She's almost an adult now, and her face is full of fear. She's not the easygoing girl next door that you remember. She finally recognizes you. Oh, it's you, Tasto. Be quiet. They're all looking for me. I ran away from the youngest Otton. I might be in for a lesser death here, but I'd rather die than spend another day in their slavery. I'm just a thing to him, just a toy to play with. Sophia winces and closes her mouth as she says this. There's a glint of bright yellow deep in her eyes. There's a glint of bright yellow deep in her eyes. I ran to my parents. I told them all about the man I had to serve, and they went and alerted the Ottons. They don't want to be the target of their ire, I guess. But you aren't going to tip them off, are you? Oh no, I don't think so. I died for you. The barking and shouting are getting closer. Sophia's voice grows quiet. She runs off to the darkest corner of the house before you can answer. One of Atton's servants is so close you can hear his cloak swishing against the ground. He notices something and calls for the others. Muramatsu, are you here? There are more voices around you now. They approach the house from the yard and surround it. One of them seems particularly snappy, annoyed, and impatient. You have already heard this voice today. It's freaking Dorius, man. See? There we go. It's time to rage. The time has come. If you're in there, girl, you'd be wise to come out and quit wasting my time. All will be forgiven and you'll go back where you were. You know it, and if you don't, I'll drag you out by the hair. The hilt of the young Archon's sword bashes at the door. He's about to lose his patience for good. Sophia hugs the wall in the dark, trying to stay still. She glances at you. What will you do? Your heart is racing. Can you act against the Archon's orders? Do you have the gall to defy the mighty nobleman? Okay. Oh, we can't. Okay. Oh, if Sophia had died her first death, we could have done this? Why? Sophia didn't, so we can do this and the other things. Okay. Oh, this is always a possibility, I see. So, Muramatsu. Let's see here. Try to stop Otton. We risk another lesser death, man. We are like 14. I mean, we're not gonna make it. Have Sophia flee is interesting. You lead the fugitive girl through the old cellar and away from the house. This seems also adventurous. Maybe something could happen in here. Hide alone, things have become too dangerous, you're not able to influence the fate of Sophia. You're scared. Okay. Okay, my little Nathan Muramatsu. I think we should help Sophia flee. Go through the old cellar and away from the house. We'll try that. I'm not gonna try to stop Otton, my last decision scared me. Scared and scared you, right? No, I'm gonna flee with Sophia, yes. You grab Sophia's hand as you run down the stairs to the old cellar. She resists you at first until she reads your lips. There's a secret way out. You sneak away into the cellar, leading the way. The floorboards groan above your heads as the Archnian and his men searches the house. But only children who grew up in this district know that this cellar leads to the neighboring district. You lead Sophia to the hole in the cellar floor and help her squeeze in. There it is, an odd tunnel that leads to a well 2 streets away. None of the children know who dug it, yet you played here and chased each other through it so many times as a good lad. And now this secret passage will rescue Sophia from genuine pursuit. Soon you are in the well. There's nothing above you to save for the sky full of clouds. You wait until you hear no more steps around you, then climb out of the well and help Sophia up. You lead the way to the slums around the temple district, the easiest place to disappear. A dog in a nearby house starts barking. One of Otton's men appears in front of you. You take a step back as your fingers search for a brick, ready to defend Sophia no matter the cost. She squeezes your hand and then you hear a high-pitched scream of rage. A flash of yellow light stuns you. In the blink of an eye, Otton's man, freezes and collapses, unable to get up. Oh, that was the yellow thing in her eyes. She's magical. I thought it was a dog near you, Tasto. Poor Muramatsu. No. It's all in the story. You start mixing things up, Muramatsu. You're going crazy. I tell you. I told you. I advised you. You're going crazy. See, Sophia's eyes are no longer sky blue. They are yellow now. She lets go of your hand. You recoil in fear. See? She's magical, man. You weren't supposed to see that, Tasto. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. But I won't let them take me. I won't go back to Otton after this. I need to run as far as my legs can take me. Just a little. Thank you for helping me, and farewell. What? Fine. Women. Sophia gives you a gentle kiss on the cheek and disappears down the dark alleyway. You stand there, stunned. Sophia is a witch? Her magic bound Otton's man by the arms and legs. It made him unable to move. You hear Otton's screams of rage and the thumping of his man's feet, but Sophia is long gone. It's a shame that was all you could do for her. Or maybe maybe by confronting Otton, she could have helped us, But, yeah, I'm fine with this, obviously. The runaway girl becomes the talk of your district for an entire week. You overhear that Sophia managed to flee the city. The Ottons are furious. After this sudden appearance, she disappears from your life once more. You will not see her again until much, much later. Trusting? Your heroic act gave Sophia a faint glimmer of hope. +2 sympathy, okay. Willpower. This was exhausting again. -5, I'm ready for action. But still. Matters of the heart event has happened. Meet a girl. You experience your first romantic feelings. Oh really, did I? Adolescence is about to end. We could probably try to go to the end of the adolescence. Why not? Because it takes a while. The Bloodstained Sermon. You are about to turn 15, just one step away from adulthood. Mother is acting anxious at dinner today, barely touching her food. You exchange glances with Gloria. She carefully tells you that she wants to go to the tailor. Mother shudders, and her hands clench into fists. This is our mother, Lydia. No, don't you dare leave home today. I forbid it. The dirty heretic Fotis is preaching his lies under the silver tree today. Twins willing, I don't want you to hear any of that. You and Gloria glance at each other again. Fotis, he's a patriarch, the head of the clergy throughout the entire province. That is the first time you've heard Mother speak like this about a priest, especially such a high-ranking one, yeah. Once you leave the dinner table, Gloria comes to your room with a cunning expression on her face, like she's about to play a trick on someone. She has a plan. The two of you should sneak out of the house and go to the silver tree. Hey Carnus, welcome. There you go, Sled. Welcome, but I'm about to go though. Freaking Carnus, man. I hope you are good, Carnus. Once you leave the dinner table, Gloria comes to your room with a cunning expression on her face, like she's about to play a trick on someone. She has a plan. Go to the silver tree. You simply must hear that sermon for yourself. What's so bad about Patriarch Fotis? Why does Mother hate him so much? And thank you for being here, Carnus, huh? No worries? Okay. I won't worry then. I'm trusting you. Why does Mother hate him so much? You two are grown-ups now. Surely you have the right to know. You agree with your sister. Together you sneak out from under your mother's watchful eye and hurry to the silver tree. The temple block is full of people from all ranks and estate. There is barely enough room for you to squeeze through the crowd. The crowd has gathered around the very roots of the tree. Gloria suggests that you climb up to the roof of a nearby building so you can hear and see everything better. And not a moment too soon. From the roof you see a tall, silver-haired priest step onto the platform by the tree, dressed in the common black robe that looks far beneath his rank. Yet he stands like a noble before the crowd. Behind his back is a banner flapping in the wind. The open book. This is the symbol of the new faith, the crowd whispers. The patriarch holds his hands up to the sky and the entire temple block grows quiet. He begins his sermon, his vibrant voice rolling across the square. Fotis speaks of a great mistake. There it is. We entrusted ourselves to the lots as the only way to fulfill divine providence in this world. But for all these years the will of the twins has been interpreted for us by a single man, Prophet Isathius. The twins are ever watching from atop the shining pillar. Of this we have no doubt. But how can we so blindly believe that we truly follow their will by following the lots? Oh, that's what's up. Fotis, come on, I'm saying this since the beginning, man. Now you come out and take all the applause. Come on. Have we not seen the 3 lots of Isatius fail again and again to answer the question of how we ought to live our lives? Have we not seen people change their lot in life again and again without being smitten by divine wrath? Divine wrath? Yes. Every person born, whether human or Archnean, noble or noble, must find their lot and their way to the gods on their own. From now on we will seek the gods in the account of their own lives, in their own acts in this world, and in their own words as they echo within us. Yeah, this is Martin Luther, basically. And as we hear the voice of the twins within, we will each find a path for us on our own. The crowd at the silver tree listens to the patriarch's speech in stunned silence. You glance at your sister. Her eyes glisten with tears as she hears Fotis' words. Then suddenly a hoarse cry rises from the crowd. If there are no lots, does that mean the nobles are gonna till the fields? And the commoners are gonna bear arms? Gonna tend the fields? I don't know. The crowd begins to murmur. The patriarch raises an arm and inhales, ready to answer. Another figure leaps from the crowd onto the platform, a dirty beggar dressed in rags. A knife flashes in his hand. Oh, look at this. The blade slices, blood starts spurting from Foti's throat. He slumps over and collapses. A dark brown puddle spreads across the platform where he had stood. Gloria clutches her mouth to suppress a shriek. There we go. A few moments of stunned silence and then the scream begins. The screams begin. The people are frantic. The temple guards try to restore order in the crowd, but to no avail. An old woman dressed in an inquisitor's cassock tries in vain to apply pressure to the patriarch's wound. The nobles draw their swords. Dogs are barking. The crowd is pushing and shoving. Children are crying. The entire square by the tree is in chaos. From the roof you see the moment when people start trampling each other, howling, praying, shouting. Gloria tugs on your sleeve. Time to go. You climb down from the roof and run. You return home without exchanging a word. Mother has been in her room all the while. No one noticed your absence. Gloria locks herself in the room. You do not discuss the things you have just seen. They are too frightening. But your parents discuss every little detail of the blood-stained sermon over dinner. This is our father, Robert Brante. This is unbelievable. A patriarch murdered in plain sight. The gendarme and the archduke's guards have searched every corner of the slums, and the murderous beggar has disappeared without a trace. I can't even imagine a more gruesome crime. Fotis has died a true death, never to return from the year after. Nathan, our youngest brother. But how? Why can't the patriarch be reborn? He's so close to the twins. Such is the way of the world, my children. Once you are granted great power by the twins' will, there's no hope for you to come back, not even after the first of your deaths. Emperors, their powerful vassals, heads of the great Archaean dynasties, patriarchs of the church, none of them are destined to be reborn. Fotis is gone forever. This is our mother, Lydia. I fear for his soul. It was lost in doubt. Will the twins accept him upon the peak of the pillar? We must pray for the patriarch, children. Let us hope he managed to return to the true old faith before the moment of his passing. But there's little hope for that. So this is what's happening around us in the empire, I guess. So church +1, old faith, is starting, to go towards a schism. Order -1, there's discontent. The last night. Let's see, let's go. Tomorrow you turn 16. According to imperial law, you will be a full adult. Your time at Sir Tibor's school has ended. You have studied enough to apply for the Imperial College and learn the judges' trade there. You are to travel to Eterna tomorrow. Your friend Thomas will go there with you to try his luck in the Imperial capital. Mother and father prepare you for the long journey. Remember, son, there is only one goal for you. You must become a student at the Imperial College. Your teachers dragged you through all those books for a reason. You have the knowledge and fervor to be ennobled by the mantle as I was, and as my late father was before me. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one to write the name Brante in the blue book, and then sure that your children's children will be noble by birth. Then mother speaks to you carefully. There is worry in her eyes. But Robert, there may be another path for our son. Stefan, your firstborn, was born a noble. He will surely earn the title for the entire Brante family. Your second son bears the favor of the twins. For him, the path of the priest is a worthy calling, no less than a nobleman's sword. They've been arguing about your future for a while now. Still, she would never defy the will of a nobleman and her husband. You smile at them both, trying to placate them. Gloria laughs quietly behind their backs. Just don't become a snoot like Stefan and you'll do just fine. Mother chides Gloria for that. You wink at your sister. Nathan has been downcast all evening. He barely touched his dinner. When everyone gets up from the table, he suddenly rushes over to embrace you. Oh, Nathan, come on. Come on. Please don't go, Tasto. Can't you stay? I don't know what I'm going to do without you. Oh, come on, Muramatsu. Come on. You tussle his hair in response. There is no way you can stay now, you say. But when you come home, and you will come home, you'll tell him all your stories and bring him a special present from Eterna. This is it. All your lessons have been learned, all your things have been packed for the road. You leave the family home tomorrow. Tonight is your last night at home before your departure. You walk through the rooms one last time. I'm still here just taking care of a few things off screen. Sure. It was Nathan, so it's you, Muramatsu. Nathan is you. The sitting room where Mother used to read your fairy tales. The library where Gloria used to spend all her time. Father's study, which you entered only on special occasions. The backyard, where you taught Nathan to build towers one summer. I kinda miss all of this a bit. The whole place feels so familiar, so dear to you. It feels like home. You lived here for 16 years. Will you ever return? It's getting late. Everyone is already in their rooms, but you hesitate. Father, Mother, Gloria, Nathan. It'll be a long time before you see them again. Who will you spend your last few hours at home with? Well, the game is kinda telling us that we have a great relationship with Nathan, that we are his mentor. He can't live without us, but I didn't really live that. I don't feel like I lived that. Gloria was always, present in trouble or something. We uncovered about her, the poetry, Nathan is a placeholder. We are supposed to love him because he's our little brother. But sure, our relationship with Gloria is great. So obviously I would spend time with Gloria, but on in-game terms, I guess it would be better to bring up the relationship with Nathan. How is Nathan, by the way? How are you? Our +4. The relationship is great with both. I don't know. I think I lived Gloria more than Nathan, so I would like to spend time with Gloria. Even if it's at maximum relations, while I should bring up Nathan maybe, but oh, there's also the possibility that they are not awake. Surely your brother is awake at this hour, or isn't he? You think your sister is still awake? I go with Gloria. Indeed, your sister is still awake. She jumps out of her armchair happily the moment she sees you. I'm so happy you're actually here, brother. Before you leave, I actually have something to tell you. Gloria takes your hand and leads you to the library. You light a lamp. Gloria pulls out a hefty volume from one of the shelves. Look, this is a history of the noble houses. It's got the story of how humans were first ennobled. I read all of it, and guess what? It didn't happen until after the expansion of the Empire. Apparently, there weren't enough Arachnians for all the land. They just couldn't rule it all by themselves. Arachnians have always treated humans like cattle, but human nobles are even worse. They're like their paltry copies now, bearing noble titles, wearing gem-studded jackets, bossing others around and poisoning their lives. They make me sick. Everybody says nobles were born to rule, but if you ask me, I say they're nobodies. There's nothing noble about demeaning others and living off their artwork. Okay, so... yes... it didn't happen until after the expansion of the Empire. Apparently there weren't enough Arachnians for all the land. They just couldn't rule it all by themselves. Okay. Oh, yeah. Gloria's growing unusually agitated. You knew she was not exactly fond of nobles, but this is the first time you have heard such burning scorn in her voice. But then Gloria stops herself suddenly and calms down. I just wanted to tell you, brother, you don't actually have to become a noble. If you're a noble, you'll have to follow the rules like Stefan does. You're not like him, I know it. Don't listen to mother, and definitely don't listen to your father. They just want you to blindly follow them. It's true, Sir Brante spent plenty of money and effort on your education, but a noble title and the judge's rank were his dream for you, not yours. It's time to think for yourself. Her words spark a dispute. You keep debating into the small hours. Soon you both start reaching into history and politics and morals for material, pulling out library books one by one to prove your points. It turns out Gloria is an excellent debater. All the days and nights she spends in the library have honed her mind and rhetorical skills. The sun is about to rise. You should rest before the long trip, but you are not tired at all. But before you return to your rooms, Gloria locks you in a heartfelt hug. Tasto, please, promise me you'll find your own way out there. You nod to her and hug her back, and then she is off. You get into bed, but you cannot sleep. Gloria's words keep you up all night. +1, but we were already at the maximum. Ingenuity, I'm inventive now. There we go. How quick-witted you are and how skillfully you can manipulate the situation to your own end. Very nice. Departure from home. There we are. We are 15 now. You leave the family home for a long time. Your future awaits you in Eterna, the capital of the Empire. The end of adolescence. Last night was your final night at home. The carriage is now waiting at the gate, ready to take you to the capital. The clip-clopping of the idle hooves against the cobblestones count the seconds before your departure. You take one more look at your parents' house and recall your childhood spent there, in the nearby yards, at your school, and on the winding streets of Anisot. You clashed with the greater world around you and survived. You felt the tingle of emotion for the first time. You were taught by the school and the streets. You explored the city of your birth and learned something of its past. You witnessed firsthand events that will be remembered by history for all time. All of this is yours now, forever. You saw death, lesser death, followed by rebirth, and the true death that takes and never gives back. You saw death lying in wait to strike the unaware, like a beast stalking its prey. You saw grandfather's angry grimace lit by the flickering fire of the lamp, the Archduke's cavalry trampling those who stood in their way, and your older brother's bloody sword slicing through the air. Death has followed you from a very young age. And yet, you live on. You have a friend who has been by your side all these years. Thomas taught you many things, how to take a hit, how to keep your word, and how to remain true to your own self. And now Thomas is walking to the same carriage as you are with a heavy bag slung over his shoulder. Your friend will remain your companion for the time being. Ahead of you is a long trip towards the capital and adulthood. For the first time, you'll be away from your family and home. What awaits you in the future? We're gonna end here then, but as usual, we'll take a peek because I want to take a peek. I wanna take a peek. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know.